7-0 start for San Diego State over Utah State. College football on CBS Sports Network presented by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Swimmers getting paid, Aaron Murray, tomorrow at noon Eastern. CBS Sports Network. Some of the best swimmers in the world team up, hit the water in Budapest International Swimming League, a 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Now, Smash Mouths, they had one hit, right? But Smash Mouth football, it's been a way of life for San Diego State.
Yeah, on both sides, offense and defense. You know, with all this spread offense nowadays, you still win games by running the football and stopping the run.
Baker's throw caught there by Richardson, and Richardson has the first down. It's a gain of about 10 into Utah State territory to the 40-yard line.
We're talking about how impressed we were with Baker there in the first quarter, taking completions, great throw in the touchdown, but his ability to throw in the run, going to the right was impressive in the first quarter. Now showing a little bit to the defense that, hey, listen, I can go to my left as well and be just as accurate.
He's spreading it around as well. We've seen Richardson, Sullivan getting in on it. This is Williams on the outside, and Williams is taken down. Great play there by Nick Henninger.
And this defensive line, we're going to need more of that here in this second quarter. I mean, look at the ball control. Look at just the yards there in the first half. Obviously for Utah State, let's go back just that first possession though. Opportunity on third down to get a big play through the passing game. Missed it with a drop pass. And you're just hoping this Utah State starts to take some advantage of the offensive possessions when they get the ball back.
Play number 8 on this drive. That was a loss of 1. And 2nd and 11. Baker fires it out. Caught there. That's Matthews trying to get outside. Wrestled to the ground. Trying to strip him was Cam Lampkin. That's close to a first down, but it looks like he's a yard short.
You just love the quick release right now from Carson Baker. He sees the off coverage. It's just a hitch route. It's a 1-2 step. Punches with the left foot. As soon as he hits the right foot, ball's out now, accurate. And then you allow your receiver to try to get some yaks afterwards, yards after catch.
Greg Bell's in the backfield. And Utah State's going to call a timeout. They did not like what they saw.
Timeout. Utah State. It's their first timeout. 30 seconds.
One of the challenges for San Diego State, and they started this last year, was get some spread and get some dynamic plays from their passing game. They've had that tonight.
Yeah, we talk about running the football is going to win you a lot of football games, but if you want to take that next step as an offense, you got to be able to challenge teams vertically down the field, and you know, that's an issue they had last year. They were so one-dimensional. Teams would load the box, and if you stop the run, you stop the offense. So the fact they got a quarterback in there that can make some plays, we've seen some receivers out there making some plays as well. All of a sudden, defenses have to step back a little bit. The safeties can't be as hard downhill. They got to worry about the pass, and that's only going to open things up more for the running game as well throughout this season.
And the goal, according to Brady Hoke and Jeff Hecklinski, about talking about Baker in this offense, they're developing him into this offense. And he's taken a few big steps here tonight.
Well, they're still learning their personnel, too. I mean, they're figuring out who they have, who they can trust.
Bell behind the road grader, and he's got a yard. That big offensive line. William Dunkel at right guard, Zach Thomas at right tackle, Alama Uluave, the center tonight.
And we haven't seen too much from this defensive line for Utah State. I want to see these guys get going a little bit, be able to stop down, slow it down. And you see right now 11 first downs here for this offense.
That's Dunkel, who right now is at 330. When he stepped on campus, he was 380. Jordan Bird in motion. Baker looks his way, then goes to the sideline, and it's incomplete. Intended for Jesse Matthews.
Coverage downfield, give his receiver an opportunity. Great defense on the back end, staying home. Like I was saying this last play, though, I want to see this defensive line. I think that's the one thing that really jumped out to me last week watching them versus Boise State. Those front three able to get some pressure.
Bell, and Terrific work there, flying in to make that stop. AJ Vongpachong. Sorry, that was my first shot at AJ Vongpachong.
Wasn't bad. Was not bad at all, Rich. Yeah. And that was a great play off the edge. And now third down, long territory. You know, this is where they want him to be. Like I said earlier, that point guard, find his one-on-one matchup. Who's singled up? Both receivers on the outside, one-on-one with their corners.
Blitz comes. Baker gets rid of it. And incomplete. Diving for it was Jesse Matthews.
And that's the one-on-one matchup. He saw it. Cover 4 safeties, like we talked about earlier, responsible for the number 2 receivers if they go vertical. He had one-on-one and just missed an opportunity right there. I like the football. He put it in a spot his receiver could make a play. Maybe it was 6 inches too far, but don't mind that at all. I love that. I love the ability to try to go up top if he sees that one-on-one coverage. We'll see if they can make the field goal now.
This is a 45-yarder. Matt Ariza. Remember, he had one partially blocked. He's got a big leg. And this one is wide left. So 0 for 2 tonight. And that keeps it a one-score game. Halloween, Logan, Utah. Laces again. Maybe it's the Halloween.
Come on, Finkel.
Tom's top 25 scoreboard. Aaron, you spent a long day watching a lot of college football. What'd you see?
Clemson, backup quarterback, looked pretty good. He's got the ball out again next week because their starter is going to be out. Trevor Lawrence is not going to be able to play versus Notre Dame. Huge upset. Michigan, man, they just can't beat Ohio State. Michigan State at home.
Now, kicking issues, and kickers don't like laces.
No.
This was the one that was partially blocking, a little bit of laces, but this one was all laces.
It's the worst thing for a kicker because they're just staring at that spot. And as you go up to knock it, you just see laces, and you're like, man, this is not going to be good.
Blitz comes, Shelley stands in, delivers, and it's caught there. That's McGriff. And McGriff with an 8-yard catch. And Ariza is not happy. This is a guy that was a terrific freshman year.
He needs to go talk to this holder and the snapper, though. Usually those snappers are pretty good about putting in a spot where the holder just has to put it down, boom, laces are out.
Second down 2. Elelion Noah out of La Mesa, California, a freshman. As Utah State's going deep on the depth chart without Jalen Warren tonight.
And once again, third and manageable situation. Like, listen, they've put themselves in opportunities to convert on third down. And we've seen a bunch of 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 1 right now. You got to find a way to stay on the football field. See if this offensive line can move the front 4 and 6 for the San Diego State our defense.
Noah has the first down. Busts across the 40 to the 41. That's a gain of 3.
That's a great job by Carter Shaw, the right guard. And he cocks the left guard. You see him just a zone to the left. All you need is a yard. Just be able to stall your man out and then allow the running back to do the rest from there.
So just outside the 40. Noah still in the backfield. Shelley's quick screen is bobbled and dropped. Then a couple of drops. That time it was Devin Tompkins. Let's check in with Sherry Burris. Sherry?
Well, I've been keeping an eye down here on Jalen Warren. Pre-game, the trainer told me he was going to give it a go. He has that hefty knee brace, but we have yet to see him go in. And on the sideline, I haven't seen him take his helmet off once. He is standing on the sideline watching every play intently, but we still don't know if he will actually get any snaps tonight.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. He went for 89 yards against Boise State. He opened the season last year on the road at Wake Forest and went for 141 on 19 carries. So he is a factor, and the fact that he's not playing is an issue right now. That's a timeout. It's the second time Utah State has burned a timeout before a snap.
Timeout. Utah State. We're going media.
You gotta love the old Stay Puft Marshmallow guy. Where's Rick Moranis when you need him? 7-0 Aztecs.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. For the personalized playbook on home loans, Rocket can. By Roe, don't weaken. And by Tubs. Goes to work in seconds for fast heartburn relief.
To the delight of our director, Michael Frank, we've got a full moon on Halloween. Costumes, a little over 5,000 fans allowed in for this game in Logan, Utah tonight. Carlo Gennarini is our producer. 7-0. San Diego State on top of Utah State. Utah State 2nd and 10. Jason Shelley, the Utah transfer. First time we've seen him tuck it and go, and he's across the 45. He's dangerous with his feet, Aaron Murray.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen tonight. Until that play right there, his ability to tuck it, run. And that's a huge weapon, as we see in all across college football and even in the NFL now. The ability when things aren't open downfield to save a play, to not take a sack, to not have to throw the ball away, to get 3 or 4 yards, to make things a little bit more manageable here on 3rd down.
3rd down 7. Going to go deep. There's a flag down. There's a man open, and it's incomplete at the 20. Flag is back at the line of scrimmage, near sideline.
It's a great job by Ketchen, knowing that he had one-on-one with Scarver. It's good to see Scarver out there as well. And if he let that go just a hair bit earlier, Scarver had about 3 or 4 yards.
Offside. Defense, number 54. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And we talk about before the game trying to find someone who can win one-on-one matchups. And Scarver is that guy too as well, that can go up there and win.
It's Darren Hall on the coverage.
And he had him beat, man. I'm telling you, if he threw it just a hair bit earlier or farther, we could be talking about 6 points on the board there for Utah State.
Another manageable 3rd down here, right at midfield. 3rd down and a little less than 2 yards.
And look at this San Diego State defense. You see all 9 guys besides the corners up at the line of scrimmage.
And Shelley will take it himself and kind of backflips it for the 1st down to the 48-yard line. Now, sometimes replacing a quarterback is not easy. Jordan Love, of course, a 1st-round pick of the Packers. Shelley, the Utah transfer. We haven't seen Andrew Peasley yet. Quick throw to the sideline. Scarver with the catch, and he scampers out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, it's not easy replacing Jordan Love, 1st-round pick by the Packers. Guy who had a great season.
And you know, the other thing about Shelley coming in, spring football was wiped out. Fall camp was shortened.
It's a new system. Everyone has to learn the system, not just the quarterback. So that's what we talk about. Week 1, jitters, not as many practices as you need. They just need to kind of get through that, get their feet wet, make the corrections here in the 2nd week.
He's 7 of 10. He's had a couple drops. And he throws at the last minute, and it's incomplete. And he ends up over the Gatorade and around the bend, and he emerges unscathed. It's good footwork. Now watch this. Over the chain, over the bench, onto the Gatorade. Ooh. Little power slide.
Rich, you would have broken both hips. I probably would have broken my left, just one hip. I would have done one, you would have done 2.
He did a little Tokyo drift there on the Gatorade stand.
4-down territory. You know, don't need to get it all right now. Make this a 4th and manageable here.
3rd down 7. 4-man rush. Hurried, hit, intercepted, picked off. Cedric Laka. And San Diego State gets pressure on the quarterback and forces an interception.
We're talking about the front 6 for San Diego State. The ability to get off the edge, the speed on the outside. I believe it was 54. Katie McDonald, who had a heck of a ball game. 2 sacks last week, was Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week. Once again, coming up with a huge play. Pressure on the quarterback, knocks his arm, ball pops up, his buddy gets a little easy pick. That's that defense though, man. These guys around the edge. I love watching Katie McDonald. He's a linebacker. They'll put him at rush defensive end. He can do a little bit of everything. Like I said, last week, 2 sacks, had a big first game. Huge play right there for that defense.
Aztecs had 5 total sacks last week. Now from midfield, back to work is Carson Baker. Sideline throw. Wow, sliding catch and a beauty there by Kobe Smith. Yeah, that's a gain of 13.
Great throw, great catch. He had, I believe, a tight end wide open down the field for an easy touchdown, but took the #1 guy. They're going to review this one, though. I don't know if he was in bounds, Rich.
Well, he needed a hip or a leg.
The ruling on the field of a completed catch for a first down is under review.
Let's see if he got something inbounds during the slide when the ball came to his hands. Coverage wasn't bad.
No, all over him. Beautifully thrown football. We talk about putting it on the outside. I just want to see where that left foot hits. I think that's going to be the key. Does the left foot tap down with contact? No, I think he's out right there.
Well, remember, the original call holds a lot of weight. You've got to have clear and total evidence that he's out. And if you don't, then the call's going to stand.
I think that was the best look right there. You see the left leg, the left foot, even the left knee were the first things that hit contact on the ground.
He possesses the ball through the ground and then the turn.
I don't think it's the possession. It just depends on where the left leg is. She's trying to drag it. You see the pebbles popping up. Like I said, I think the first body part that hits down is either that left foot or left knee in the out of bounds. But great effort, though. Tremendous job. Perfect ball placement.
There's a lot going on there with Timothy Davis. He's got the headset, he's got the mask, he's got the earpiece to talk to the replay booth. And meanwhile, you've got Jason Shelley on the phone upstairs to his offensive coordinator. Smith's been impressive in this one. Number 92, the junior out of Compton.
Yeah, he's had a good ball game so far. Obviously had the touchdown there in the first quarter, but doing a great job winning some one-on-one matchups that they knew they were going to get against this defense on the outside. And I said, tremendous catch. Great ball placement, just the coverage was too good.
Remember what Gene Steratore told us in our first game of the year about looking for the pebbles of the field turf? I didn't see any pebbles coming up. That foot, that right foot, I don't know. Can you overturn it? Can you tell me 100% certainty?
I think I can from up here, but it's not my decision. It's those guys up there helping out and figuring out the replay. But yeah, you said it, Rich. I mean, it's tough to overturn this. When does that right foot hit? Can you definitively say it landed on the right, on the white? I don't know.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. First down.
Yeah, I think that's one that, listen, if it was called incomplete, same thing would have stayed incomplete. I just don't think they had the ability to overturn that one.
Call stands means not enough evidence. Confirmed means confirmed. Overturned means they would have had enough evidence. Well, as it is, a spectacular catch by Smith. Another first down for San Diego State. And Carson Baker back in business. Greg Bell to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 3. All 5 of these running backs, and I think we've seen all 5 now. I believe I saw Chase Jasmine in there for a play. They all can catch the football as well. Bell in there on 2nd and 7, and out of the backfield, Bell is blasted. Troy Leffridge coming up from his safety spot to make the hit.
Yeah, and Jackson 14 on the corner cat blitz coming from the outside and not picked up by this offense liner back. And just great job by Baker getting out of his hands and tremendous job defensively. And listen, the way San Diego State has kicked the ball, 2 missed field goals. I mean, this is, like we said with Utah State in their previous possession, this is most likely 4-down territory based on the way the kicking game's going right now for them.
Now, this would be about a 53-yard attempt if they don't gain anything here. Baker flushed to the sideline. He doesn't have much, and that's close to a horse collar tackle, although he didn't pull him down from behind. He just kind of threw him out like a rag doll.
Yeah, Marcus Moore, 7 tackles last week, number 95. Grabbed jersey there and just said, hey, you're coming for a ride with me. And it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. I agree with this, man. Once a kicker misses a couple, gets a little bit testy there. Give him some time to kind of work it out and let this offense go and see if they can get the first down.
4th down and 5. Play clock's running down. May have to take a timeout.
Actually looks like Utah State's going to burn the timeout.
Wow, they've burned all their timeouts in situations just like this.
Timeout. Utah State. It's their 3rd timeout of the half.
I think if they'd waited a second, San Diego State would have called the timeout because they did not look organized enough to get the snap off. The play clock was down at 5 or 4 seconds. But regardless, everybody can talk it over.
And what we've seen so far in 3rd down from this Utah State defense is, the safeties, and we'll go back to this cover 4 situation. Safeties taking over number 2, and they're going to say, listen, we're going to man on the outside, one-on-one, and see if your outside receivers, your Z and X, can win these battles. And it's been kind of 50-50 we've seen so far.
There's Arizo's 0 for 2. Now remember, as we've documented, one was partially blocked and the other he had to kick the laces full on.
Yeah, and both of them were pretty much laces. The first one was about half, and you said the block, and the second one was directly laces in his face. So not all on him. It's
Chance Bell is in the backfield. Matthews in motion on 4th down and 5 for the Aztecs. Baker, blitz comes, has time, fires, sideline, overthrows Daniel Bellinger, the tight end, and it's incomplete. And Utah State with a stop, and they get the football back.
And they had the play design they want, man-on-man coverage against number 3, Troy Leffridge. Just an out route, but ball a little high for his tight end. And let's see what Utah State can do, man. They moved the ball last possession. Big stop by their defense. Now it's time for the offense to do some work.
Six and a half left in this first half. 7-0 San Diego State. Coming up, Verizon halftime report. Brent Stover, Houston Nutt, and Kevin Carter from our CBS Sports Network studio in New York. Take a look around college football. All the highlights. A great comeback by Clemson. All that coming up on the Verizon halftime report here. Utah State with the possession. Jason Shelley would like a little more time to throw. Tompkins in motion. Keep it on the ground. Devontae Henry Cole across the 35-yard line. Let's check in with Sherry Burris.
Well, Rich, after that last interception by Jason Shelley, you mentioned he was on the phone with the coaches in the booth. But after he hung up, I saw him go down the entire bench. He was high-fiving all of his offensive players.
That's good stuff for a quarterback, especially a new quarterback, a transfer from Utah. 2nd down and 7. Quick throw to the sideline. Scarver didn't play against Boise State. Makes the catch close to the 40. 3rd down and about 2.
Yeah, it's been a struggle here to start this game for this offense, and we knew it'd be tough sledding. You watched them last week, had a tough time against Boise State, and the San Diego State defense. We talked about the numbers they put up last season, and they're just as good at all 3 levels here this season as well. Going to be tough sledding, but they've moved the ball at times. Just got to take care of it.
Cool. Talk about great coverage. Taylor Hawkins, a converted safety, was all over that quick out And it is a quick out for Utah State. They're going to have to punt again on 4th down and 3.
Listen, Shelley has not had a bad football game. I mean, go back to the first possession, drop pass. That one, ball was there, hit his receiver right in the face mask. Interception, a little bit of question mark on the pass protection there. So he needs some support around him. And that was the issue last week too. I mean, their guys could not get open versus man-to-man coverage, and we're kind of seeing the same thing here in the first half of this ball game.
Jordan Bird is swallowed up on the special teams, and a great play there by Xavier Steele. Maybe that's a spark that Utah State can build on. 7-0 Aztecs. Happy Halloween, everybody. Sonic brings you our quarterback comparison. Carson Baker has been sharp, and Jason Shelley, as Aaron Murray just documented, has looked better than his numbers. Here's Baker's night so far.
I think it's been a great game plan for San Diego State. Get him on the run early on. Nice, easy throws. Obviously, we knew the running game was going to help support him as well, but he's done a great job bringing the defense, finding his one-on-ones on the outside. Great run-pass option decision right there to find Kobe Smith in the back of the end zone. I just think right now his team's helping him out a little bit more than what you're seeing from Jason Shelley in Utah State.
Worst field position of the night for San Diego State. Greg Bell powers it out to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6.
And for how well San Diego State's been playing offensively and defensively, you know, I keep pinching myself because it's only 7-0. You know, this game kind of feels like it should be 14-20-0, but you know, this Utah State team has been kind of bend but don't break.
They'll show blitz. Nice move by Bell to reverse course and busted across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. That's a heck of a move.
And you see the corner blitz off the outside once again from this Utah State team. And great cutback, loses balance for a split second. Then his own receiver actually trips him up there. Jesse Matthews. But he looks like he's taken Greg Bell the confidence that he built from last week's football game. Hasn't played football in a while. 111 yards last week in the opener. He's playing well here to start this football game off right now.
Yeah, played 3 games at Nebraska in 2018. Did not play last year because of an injury and has been outstanding here tonight. .447 left, first half. 2 missed field goals have kept it at 7-0. Bell again, straight ahead. Good vision across the 40 to the 42. And Sherry Burris, it wasn't just any ordinary injury that knocked him out of last year, was it?
No, Rich, it's incredible. Coach was telling us that Greg Bell was working out a facility here in town, working with an exercise band. It snapped and got him in the eye. He had to have surgery. He was nearly blind in that eye. But as you can see, he is bouncing back here in his 2nd game this season.
All right, thank you, Bell. Straight ahead. In fact, Jeff Hecklinski is the new offensive coordinator, and when he first got a hold of the team in a spring drill, he was working out with the 4 running backs. He saw this guy, Greg Bell, on the sideline. He hadn't met him yet. He was in just shorts and a shirt and a helmet, and all he was doing was running. He wasn't cleared to practice again, and he just remembers looking at him going, who's that guy?
Seriously. And, according to Sherry, too, the eye looks good. I mean, the vision right now and his ability to cut these past couple runs, he's a dangerous back.
Chance Bell is in, and Chance Bell is loose to the 30 and down to the 22-yard line.
I mean, just the backs. I mean, hey, listen, give Bell a couple runs. He gets tired. Let's put 21 Chance Bell in there. And look at the explosion through. And this is what we talked about the coaching staff with. You keep these guys fresh. You keep them motivated. They know they go in there for 2 plays. Hey, I got to make the most of these 2 plays right now. You see the energy, the explosiveness.
I mean, there's not 2 of them, not 3 of them, not 4 of them, 5 of them. Baker escapes
Baker wants on the action.
Yeah.
He's like, don't forget about me, guys. I can run as well. I mean, not known as the runner, but, you know, a lot of focus on the zone read on these running backs. And if you're a defensive end, you want to crash down. You know, I guess Baker has a little bit of, you know, some wheels.
Over 100 as a team. And into Utah State territory, inside the 20. Baker rolls, fires, and incomplete. Dragging across was Elijah Cody. And it's 3rd down and 5 now.
And this has just been an area of struggling for them from somewhere around the 30 to the 20 throughout this ball game. They kind of just hit the stall button besides the touchdown on numerous drives. And you got to give some credit to Utah State defense. We talked about bend but don't break. It's been kind of their motto here in this football game.
They show blitz. They come. They may have jumped offside. Straight ahead is Bell. There's no flags down, and Bell has the 1st down to the 13-yard line. That was almost like a corner blitz that arrived pretty early.
Yeah, just a safety. Sam Sayers block right there, or a blitz on the outside, and great job by the tight end, Daniel Bellinger, number 88, picking up that safety off the edge. And you know, sometimes if you can block it and you can run into it, there's some opening gaps with guys leaving spots there in the defensive line.
1st and 10. That's not a fumble, though it looked like one. Bell held the football but lost his lid. From 29 yards.
San Diego State's going to ice their own kicker right now with a timeout.
Timeout. San Diego State. It's their 2nd timeout.
Well, I think they didn't want to feel rushed at the end there. They get a chance to catch your breath and get settled. Everybody on the right spot.
I would have loved the long snapper right there just to snap one back and show the kicker no laces for you know, one good time before he goes out there and attempt this field goal. And you know, I'm going to give Utah State some more love here defensively. These guys, to me, you know, it's tough when your offense is not moving the football, when your offense isn't putting points on the board. It happened the entire game last week. It's happened so far here in the 1st half. For these guys to only be down 7-0, even 10-0 going into halftime is pretty darn good football.
Tanner Coolgen is the holder. There's the hold. There's the kick. And Ariza knocks it through. And let's check in on the hold.
Yeah, let's check the laces. Come on, turn them, turn them, turn them.
Nice.
There we go. I'm telling you though, these long snappers, because I mean, all quarterbacks, we have to practice, and you think every time you catch it, you go down to put the ball on the ground, you have to spin it. These guys are so good where they know how many spins. You catch it, you put it down, and most of the time, lace is already out for you. So
there's 1:10 left. San Diego State with a 10-0 lead. Now, I said at the outset that San Diego State had the advantage in terms of the kicking game with Ariza, who's been really good in his short career. There have been issues in Utah State's kicking game. Connor Coles was supposed to be their kicker, but he's not available. Nels Haltom is not. He's a walk-on transfer from Utah, and his range is unknown at this point. So you get a sense if you're Utah State, you got a long ways to go to get points in this last 1 minute and 10 seconds. Ariza's kick. Right out to the 25-yard line. Remember, they have used all 3 of their timeouts, and all of those timeouts came in late play clock situations, once on offense and a couple times on defense. And the question is, can they give this man some time to throw?
At the end of the day, too, this is just good practice. You score, don't score. 2-minute drills are going to arise throughout this game. It may happen at the end of this football game as well. You need to score late. So I always love practicing it. It's good to be in these situations and see what your quarterback can do.
Shelley, short throw, caught there. On the ground was Devin Tompkins. Clock's going to run, ball out to the 30. Just a gain of 3. They have yet to really stretch the field. Second down, another throw, this one on the money, caught. Tumbling out of bounds is Justin McGriff. He's got the first down. That stops the clock. They move the chains, ball at the 38.
That's someone McGriff this coaching staff wants to see get more involved. He has the frame, 6'6", on the outside. Really a huge red zone threat, but if he can match up with some of these smaller DBs for San Diego State.
There is Nels Haltom, the field goal kicker. They're going to that side, and again they go to McGriff, and he's out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. Again, when we asked Gary Anderson, what's your range for Nels Haltom, he said, I don't know. we don't know a whole lot.
We might find out this drive right now.
Yeah, we might find out in warm-ups. He's never attempted a career field goal. 42 was his sweet spot in warm-ups, we are told. That one is knocked down. Connor Mitchell, I think, got a hand on that. Caden McDonald in the middle of it as well. That brings up 3rd down and 3. There's Mitchell. 30 seconds left. No timeouts. 3 of 8 on 3rd down in this first half is Utah State. Shelley, pocket collapses. He escapes, and he can do damage with his feet. Shelley slides inside the 40. Clock stops to move the chains. 23 seconds left. And Shelley quickly spikes the ball. Nicely done. 21 seconds left.
So this is all good stuff right here. You know, some teams will say, hey, listen, we haven't been doing much offensively here in the first half. We have no timeouts. Listen, we're only down 10-0. Let's just move on and we'll figure it out at halftime. And like I said, man, this is all early in the season. Anytime you get to simulate and go through a 2-minute drive, I think you got to take advantage of it. And if you get some points at the end of it as well, you take that as a bonus heading here in the halftime.
On the 41, kind of have to stay to the sidelines. They're going to throw to the middle. Henry Cole can't get to the sideline, and they can't stop the clock. It's down to 12. They need to spike the ball here in a hurry.
I think they're just going to go for it here.
5 seconds, 4 seconds. Looks outside, now scrambles, throws it up. End zone, man open, and it is caught. Touchdown! Wow! Tompkins made the catch. The clock ran out, and Shelley hit him in the corner of the end zone.
If that stands, holy throw, what a catch. And I think the defense was thinking the same thing you were saying, Rich. I think they were saying, listen, they're just going to spike it. You maybe go for a field goal, then maybe set up a Hail Mary throw, but, you know, just got a little bit lazy. Quarterback used his legs, get outside the pocket.
They are going to review this. What a huge play if it stands for Utah State. There's no time left. And here's our first look at it.
Plenty of time left. Great job finding the open lane, get there, and then
foot.
Just the catch. I mean, that looks like a center fielder out there tracking the ball over the right shoulder.
Watch the
for
feet.
Tompkins. Let's see.
It's dragging.
Catch. Oh, that's a touchdown.
It's dragging. That's a touchdown. That's terrific. The junior out of Fort Myers, Florida.
What a catch.
That's amazing.
And just the ability to drag that right foot the entire time. Ball's controlled through contact with the ground. And once again, too, like we said earlier with San Diego State's catch, the call on the field is a catch, is a touchdown. just a great job there. But Jason Shelley, anytime it's a Hail Mary type situation where you know the ball has to be in the end zone, the first thing a quarterback is taught is you can look at the rush. It's the only time you're allowed to look at the rush because you know you have to buy some time with your legs in the pocket to allow your receivers to get down the field. He did that, bought some time, got outside the pocket.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
Wow.
Nice, love it.
How about that? What did Gary Anderson tell us yesterday about Jason Shelley? He said this guy has experience in big moments at Utah, and he doesn't get flustered, and he certainly didn't there.
Nope.
Yeah, you got to feel good for that kid. New team. Team's been struggling first half. That's an enormous pick-me-up. Extra point is good. What a finish to this first half for Jason Shelley and Utah State. Brent Stover's going to have to go a ways to match that with our Verizon halftime report coming up. This is a ball game. It's 10-7 San Diego State. After the break, we'll send you back to our CBS Sports Network studio in New York for the Verizon halftime report. We're presented tonight by Old Trapper Beef Jerky.